The world today feels more tense than it has in decades. If you turn on the news, scroll through social media, or listen to political discussions, you constantly hear about conflicts, rivalries, military alliances, and rising global competition. Many people are beginning to ask a serious question: are we entering a new era of global tension that could reshape the world order? To understand today's tensions, we first need to understand how the modern global system was formed. After the end of the Second World War in 1945, the world was divided into two main camps. On one side was the United States and its allies, representing democratic and capitalist systems. On the other side was the Soviet Union and its allies, promoting communist ideology. This period, known as the Cold War, lasted for nearly half a century. During that time, both sides competed politically, economically, technologically, and militarily without directly fighting each other in a full-scale war. The Cold War created a global balance of power based on nuclear deterrence. Both the United States and the Soviet Union possessed nuclear weapons, capable of destroying the planet many times over. The idea was simple but terrifying: if one side attacked, the other would retaliate, leading to mutual destruction. Because of this, both sides avoided direct war but fought proxy conflicts in different parts of the world. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed. For many people, it felt like the end of global rivalry. The United States became the dominant global power, and some analysts believe the world had entered a new era of stability. However, history rarely moves in a straight line. Over the next 3 decades, new powers emerged, old rivalries resurfaced, and geopolitical competition slowly returned. One of the biggest sources of global tension today is the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. In 2014, Russia annexed Crimea, a region that was internationally recognized as part of Ukraine. This move shocked many countries and led to sanctions against Russia. But the situation escalated dramatically in 2022, when Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The war quickly became more than just a regional conflict. Western countries, including the United States and many European nations, began supporting Ukraine with financial aid, intelligence, and advanced weapons. Russia, on the other hand, framed the war as a struggle against NATO expansion and Western influence near its borders. This conflict has created a deep divide between Russia and the Western world. Sanctions have isolated Russia economically, while military tensions between NATO and Russia have increased. Although NATO troops are not directly fighting in Ukraine, the level of involvement from Western countries has made the conflict one of the most serious geopolitical crises of the 21st century. Another major source of tension comes from the growing rivalry between the United States and China. Over the past 40 years, China has experienced one of the fastest economic transformations in history. Through industrial growth, global trade, and massive infrastructure development, China has become the second largest economy in the world. As China's power has grown, so has its influence in global politics. China has expanded its military capabilities, invested in advanced technology, and strengthened its presence in regions such as the South China Sea. At the same time, the United States has begun to view China not just as an economic competitor, but as a strategic rival. One of the most sensitive issues in this rivalry is Taiwan. Taiwan operates as a self-governing democracy, but China considers it a part of its territory. The Chinese government has repeatedly stated that it wants eventual reunification with Taiwan, and has not ruled out the use of force. The United States officially recognizes the One China policy, but also maintains close unofficial relations with Taiwan. Washington supplies Taiwan with defensive weapons and has suggested that it would help defend the island if it were attacked. Because of this, tensions